Hello, my name's Kane. I'm one of the founders or co-founders of Photo Merchant, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up your new Photo Merchant account with PayPal so that you can enable e-commerce on your store. In this lesson I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of activating e-commerce for your website, and part of that process is going to be setting up PayPal as a payment method. Things are a little bit more complicated than they used to be. It used to be we just had a very simple email address, and that meant you could start using PayPal straight away. But the problem was we ran into a few issues around data being passed backwards and forwards between PayPal and Photo Merchant. And this new system, well, that's a little bit more tricky to set up. It's far more reliable, as in when if a customer cancels an order, it definitely comes through to our system. We'll have a lot more control over about the payment systems and how things can be used. And it also enables us to roll out more features in the future, like being able to offer partial or full credits. More importantly though, it's a better checkout experience for your customers. So you'll probably see with the new website that we've managed to dramatically speed up the checkout process, and this new process is a lot more secure and a much simpler process for your customers. So what you're going to need today is obviously a Photo Merchant account, and you're going to need a PayPal Business or Premier account. If you don't have either of these, I'd suggest upgrading your account pretty much straight away and go through the different process. PayPal can be a bit tricky, but the difference between a business and a Premier account are they pretty much have the same features, except a business is designed for company structures and groups, and a Premier account is designed for businesses, sole traders, and individuals. So what we're going to do straight away is we're going to log into Photo Merchant, as we can see on screen here. Now, the first place we're going to go to is Store, which is where we have all our financial information and where we set up all our orders and products. And then we're going to click on Settings, which will take us through to this default page. Next, we're going to click on the Financial tab, and this is where we decide whether we're going to turn e-commerce on or not. With e-commerce off, obviously you can't sell anything on your website. Once you turn it on, there's a few more steps we're going to have to take you through the next step. Now, this is an Australian account, very similar to a US account. You can set your minimum order, but what we want to focus on today is clicking on the payment methods. So click on the payment methods tab, and you can see I've got PayPal enabled. If you don't have it on the node, click on the yes, and you should see this set up. Now, big red alert saying things are not set up correctly, and this process, we're going to show you how to set that up. Now, I mentioned before, you just used to require an email address. Now we require some extra fields. Things called a PayPal API username, PayPal API password, and a PayPal API signature. It sounds pretty technical, and it is a little bit technical, but we're going to guide you through this step by step, so it's going to be very, very easy. You can pause the video whenever you want, and you'll be able to sort of get all this going very, very easily. So just follow along with me. Okay, first thing I'm going to do to get started is to go into PayPal, and I'm going to log into my account. Now, PayPal is going through some radical changes at the moment, and there's two ways that you're going to get to this information, and I'll show you the screens for both. As you can see on the PayPal website, I'm on the Business tab. Doesn't matter whether you're on personal or business, but you will have a slightly different experience. This is my email address. I just punch in my password, and I'm going to log in. So it goes through the regular PayPal login process, and we're logged into our account. Now, this is the first path. You will have a different path if you happen to come in via a different method. I'm going to show you both. So this is my information here. You can see I'm in my account, and I'm in the My Profile section. So My Profile here. The first thing I want to do is click on the My Selling Tools at the bottom, and that's going to take us through to a whole other section. Now I'm in the My Selling Tools, we're looking for the word API. And here's API access right here. If I follow the link across on the right hand side, there's an update link. I'll click on that link, and it'll take me through to this page. Now this is the API access page, and this is common to both entrances in. So for the time being, I'm going to come back to this, and I imagine you might experience a different screen. So if I log out and I log back in, this may be how your account looks like. So if you find yourself in this method, click on My Account. I'm going to click on the Profile section again over here, and then you'll see this profile summary page. Full of jargon and not very useful links, but we're looking for the word API access key down the bottom. Click on that API access, and we'll get to this API access screen. So this is the screen that's common to both methods. I hope you're not too confused. Feel free to go back and watch that again if I've gone through it too quickly. But effectively, we need to get to My Account, Profile, API Access. Now we've got two options, option 1 and option 2. What we want is option 2. We want to request the API credentials. Don't worry about anything else on this page, just option 2, request API credentials. This is going to then turn around and give us the API username we need, password, and another API signature, those extra 3 fields we needed in addition to the email address for our PayPal account. So here it is, this button is selected. That one shouldn't be, but this request API signature is attached. Now by clicking agree and submit, we're agreeing to various terms and conditions. I would suggest to check that out at your leisure or to make sure that you're happy with the terms before you proceed. I can't tell you what they mean, but I'm going to click on the agree and submit. And this is the information we've got. So this is all the credentials and information we need to copy into our Photo Merchant account in order for PayPal to work. What this is going to do, this is going to combine an express checkout link to our account between your Photo Merchant account and PayPal, which is going to make the transactions even more secure, more robust, and a lot more reliable. So let's click back onto Photo Merchant, and I've entered my email address here. That's the email address I've used to log into PayPal. The next one I'm looking for is the PayPal API username. So click back up to PayPal, and you can literally copy that by just dragging your text and clicking and selecting that text, and then going Control V on your PC or Control C on your PC or Apple C on your Mac, which is basically copy. So you're just basically copying this text and pasting it back into the other field. So that's copied, and then I can paste it into the PayPal API username. I'll go back to PayPal. I'll copy the API password, copy from there, and paste it into the PayPal API password. Go back into PayPal, and the last one is this API signature. It's nice and long. Make sure there's no spaces at the end or at the front. We'll go back into Photo Merchant, paste that in, and we'll click Save. Now once that's done, Photo Merchant will do a quick check to make sure that all the API settings are working correctly. And if they are, you get this lovely green box to say that you're all ready to go. Now, once that's done, it means your e-commerce is enabled on your website, so you should be able to take the next step, which is creating some products or using the products we've set up for you, setting up a catalog, which is the new way in which we have products and pricing, very, very simple. And also we have, and then what you're able to do is apply that catalog to a gallery. Now a gallery that has a catalog basically has products for sale. So thanks very much for your time. You can find out more at photomerchant.com, but thanks very much for your time.